Mediocre kids films being depicted as peak cinema is hardly a new concept, and yet every few months we get something like Minions: Rise of Gru pushing interest to an all-time high. As the film only released a few days ago, people are apparently clamouring to see it, with thousands admitting their love for the vaguely European-sounding supervillain coupled with the tiny yellow childlike stand-ins. Last year it was the Tickets to Boss Baby 2 Please trend that provoked imagery of dudes ironically and unironically positioned as cool going to a film consisting of lackluster reviews and obviously aimed at small children. One can't help but compare it to the insanely high levels of interest Morbius provoked simply by existing as a film with bad critical and audience reception, inadvertently spawning one of the biggest memes of all time as people ironically said it was good, to the point where Sony re-released it in cinemas only for it to flop again. That being said, this particular example does feel different. It kind of acknowledges the fact that a lot of grown adults happily watch these relatively shitty films as they can be a way to simply turn one's brain off, considering their intellectual stimulation is about zero. We're seeing similar anticipation for the Barbie movie despite it being aimed at small children, although this is also likely due to the fact that Ryan Gosling is headlining it, as he plays many characters in massively popular films, notably beloved by a predominantly male demographic between the ages of 18 and 35. One also can't forget the fact that Despicable Me has seen huge longevity in online culture, likely stemming from the fact that those who grew up watching it over the course of 5 films are able to reminisce about their experiences through the medium of digital art. From minion memes to simple quotes, there's always been a place for the fractured fairy tale story that continues to enthrall audiences of all demographics despite not being perfect, and that's okay. It could be argued this push for loving films that are considered childish comes from the consistent embracing cringe movement popping up from the long timeline of many bits of pop culture being labelled as cringe. It's certainly at the point for many where they feel as if they cannot enjoy certain things publicly for fear of being labelled as cringe, so perhaps those who unironically wish to watch a new Minions film can announce this through a strong veneer of irony. Essentially, the Tickets to Minions: Rise of Gru Please trend is based on a long line of previous films spawning similar sentiment, yet manages to also demonstrate an attitude change from describing animated films for kids as bad to accepting that it's okay to like some things others don't. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.